Hi, I'm Trish Rock and welcome. In today's video, I'm going to talk about 5 ways that you can bring change and freedom into your life in 2020. Now, I want to ask you, where are you in your life right now? Are you moving towards more happiness? Are you moving towards any goals that you've set? Are you unlocking your freedom this year? Or are you still waking up every morning wondering why? Are you still on Groundhog Day? Are you still really struggling to make sense of your life right now? I've been there. You know, I now wake up with curiosity every morning, but there was a time when it was a real Groundhog Day for me. I was waking up every day thinking, really, we're going to do this again? At that point in time, I thought, that I was lost. I thought I just had to find myself. But over the last couple of years, I've really understood that there's a difference in what we're seeking and what we find. When I was looking for myself, I really just felt like I was out in the desert, coming across some life-sustaining water every now and again, but really not getting anywhere. But as soon as I changed that to looking for my freedom, finding my freedom, choosing freedom, everything changed. And this is what I'd like to walk you through and talk you through today. Because firstly, when you change what you think you're missing, and you change what you're looking for, the energy is different and you will move faster. The second thing is, when you follow these 5 steps that I'm going to give you today, you really will be on the course to finding that freedom in your life. And it will be a faster journey than simply trying to find yourself and who you are. Because who you are comes with that freedom. Okay? So I want you to ask yourself right now, what feels better for you when you say it? Do I need to find myself? Do I need to find more freedom? What feels better and what sits better with you? And whatever that is fine. Whatever it is fine. So you do have the choice now to invite change in. We're at the beginning of 2020. It's a real year of restructure and to really put those home plates in place for you that are going to make life feel better for you, that are going to bring more freedom, they're going to bring more joy, more happiness, and bring you excitement when you wake up every day. So let's have a look at these 5 steps. Now, the first one, if you're ready, 5 ways to bring change and freedom into your life in 2020. Number 1, I want you to really identify what it is that you want to change and why. This is the first and the biggest stumbling block, I think, that we have. I know certainly for me, it was because I couldn't identify what I want to change. It was too broad. It was like, I don't like my life and I want it to change. It doesn't give any definition. It has no clarity. The universe could come and bring you change with that question, but you wouldn't notice the change coming in because you haven't asked for anything in particular, right? The universe is always answering you. So when there is clarity, when you can actually identify what parts of your life that you're not happy with, then you can start the journey to change it. So this is step one. Identify what it is that you want to change and why. So, this is really where the answers are. This is the gold. But this is also where all of the fears come up. This is where the old beliefs come up. This is where, those old voices in your head saying you don't deserve it come up. But if you can really move through that and get clear on what you want to change in your life, then the rest really flows. This is an important step. Now, if you can think of a few things, great. At this point of time, even if it's just one thing that you can think of in your life that you want to change, that's fine too. Just decide on one thing and make it specific though. Make it specific. For instance, we'll do that. We'll do that in the next step. The other thing I want to say is really just take the time to meditate on this. Meditate on this to really ask yourself, okay, I want my life to change, but what do I want to change, right? You've probably got some good things going on in your life too, right? So when you say I want things to change, you don't want the good things to change, right? Really get specific. Then we get on to step two. Step two is writing a list of the nows and the will be's. So I want you to take a piece of paper and I want you to draw a line down the middle. Now, this is also energetically an exercise of saying, I'm drawing the line in the sand now. I'm done. I'm ready for change, right? So on an energetic level, you're also inviting change in here. But on the physical level, what are we going to write in each column? Well, on the left side column, I want you to think about those areas of change that you identified in step one and write them down as a present moment feeling or struggle or out of alignment sentence, okay? The reason why you want to change, basically, okay? So, for instance, here's 4. I feel restricted at work. That could be one of the things you feel that you might like to change. I'm struggling with finances. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I want more happiness in relationships. So let's just start with 4. For you, it could be more, it could just be 1, but write down that area of life you want to change, but write it in present moment. Now, on the opposite column, on the right hand side, I want you to write the will be statement. And really it's the turnaround statement of your now statement. So when we go back to the other examples that I had here, I'll show you the turnaround statement. So we've got, I feel restricted at work. So the sentence or statement on the opposite side of the page will be, I love the freedom I have at work. I'm struggling with finances. Your will be statement is, money flows to me easily. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. Your will be statement is, I love the feeling of well-being. I want more happiness in relationships. My relationships bring me so much joy. So we've got the now statement and we've got the will be statement. And when you can identify those areas in your life that you want to change, these statements will come up easily. Now, I have to say, 10 years ago, if I had have known about this clarity and really identifying what changes I wanted, it would have happened a lot faster for me. But it was only when I realised that it was my freedom that I wanted, right? Not to find myself, because finding yourself comes with the freedom, right? That's when everything shifted. So this could really change things for you. And once again, it's up to you how long or short you make it. Usually there's several areas in our lives that we can transform at any time. So if you're finding it difficult, don't get stuck in the fear of it. Don't get stuck in any struggle of it. Just pick one area of life that you don't like at the moment, turn it into a sentence, and then turn it into a will do sentence or a will be sentence. Okay, just start with one at least. Now, the next step is to really use these will be statements as your new value system, and to really soak in the feeling of it. So every morning and every night you can read these statements, right? I love the feeling of freedom that work gives me. I feel so much joy in my relationships. I love the feeling of well-being. You can say them out loud or you can read them every morning and every night. And as you're saying them or reading them out loud or reading them to yourself, feel into, even close your eyes and imagine what that would feel like. And if you can do that, even just that twice a day, more was great, but even if you just do that a couple of times a day, it really will change the way you feel. And we have to remember here that what you speak becomes reality. And this is true for whether you're speaking something you do want or something that you don't want. So if you're speaking each day about how restricted you feel at work, then that will continue. If you start saying to yourself, I love the freedom I feel at work, that will start to shift. Opportunities will come up for you to feel more freedom at work. Okay? So be really careful with your words, because whatever you're speaking is coming to you. And if you can start speaking more of what's on your will be list, then more of that will come to you. Now, number 4, decide daily based on your new values and don't self-sabotage. When we start to shift and change our energy, our old fears, our old beliefs, that ego mind really will come up and try to sabotage the new, because it feels comfortable and we innately feel comfortable in what we know. Moving to a new reality is something we don't know, even if it is something that we want. Even if it is a freedom that we want and we're seeking, it's unknown, and so that fear comes up. And that's okay. But just don't live in that fear and don't let that sabotage your daily efforts of imagining the will-be's. And this comes to your decision making as well. And it's important to base your decisions on your feelings of what is in the will-be column, right? So for instance, if you have a new job opportunity come up or a new position offered to you at work, if you're in the left-hand column of how you're feeling now, I feel so restricted at work, then you will decide whether to take that position based on that. And you may end up in feeling more restricted. If you decide based on your new feeling of, I feel so much freedom at work, then you will know whether that opportunity or that new position is right for you based on how you feel. And it's a far better way to make decisions moving forward, because you're actually making decisions from that new energy of freedom, that new energy of a life that you love living, not from the old energy. So that's number 4. Base your decisions on your feelings in the will be column. And number 5 is about habits and really taking just one small step every day. Because over a lot of days, change is going to happen. And you know, if some days you're feeling braver than others, some days you may take 3 steps forward, right, into feeling this new freedom, this change. Other days it might be half a step. But every day, if you're moving forward in some way, just in a small way, it really will make a difference over a period of time. And wherever you're feeling restricted right now, wherever in life you're not feeling good or happy or free, you know, whatever that area of life is that you're wanting to change, that didn't happen overnight. That's happened in small steps along the way too. So just remember that. And even though you may not see massive changes in the first few days, don't give up. Don't give up on yourself. Because even just saying and feeling into that new list of feelings on the will be column, even just looking at those and feeling into those every day will change things for you. That's a positive action step. And then basing all your decisions and every other movement forward on those feelings is the most empowered action steps that you can take. So, give these a go. And as I said in the beginning, when I was really, when I felt lost and when I was trying to find myself, searching for myself, I felt like I was out in the desert with water holes very few and far between. It really was a hard road. When I changed that and started defining my freedom and identifying what areas in life I could change to feel more freedom, I felt like I was living on the oasis, right? It's a lot easier and it's faster, and the clarity brings you quicker change, quicker transformation, and brings more freedom into your life than you're even imagining now. So, blessings on your journey. Please subscribe and like and share this video. And we'd love to have you here as part of the community. So you can also click on the little bell so you get notified every time I post a new video. You can also go over to my website and read my blogs. And if you would like to have some help in any area of your life transforming your life this year in 2020, then I'm here to help, and all the links are in the description box for you to click on and get the help that you are seeking. All right, remember, you don't need to do this alone. You don't need to do this alone. It's much faster with somebody helping and lifting you and showing you the way. All right, have an amazing week, and let me know in the comments what happens for you when you follow, even in a few days' time, when you follow these 5 steps and when you get some clarity, things really will change for you. Have a great week. Bye for now.